Welcome to the RSV group of schools virtual classes. Welcome to the English class by Ritu Sharma. Students, today we are going to read the chapter Glimpses of Past by S.D. Sawant. We are going to start the part 1 of this chapter. Students, this lesson is about the Indian freedom struggle. British people came to India for the purpose of trade, but they subdued the Indian princes when they saw the loopholes in their administrations. They oppressed the natives by forcing taxes and put them in jail. However, revolt began from Indian side with the coming of preachers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy. In 1857, the Indian forces faced British forces directly. Battles were fought all over the North India to set our country free from the British rule. So this chapter is on the glimpses of past, and here are some pictorial glimpses of the history of our country from 1757 to 1857. These pictures and speech bubbles will help to clarify your understanding of the condition that led to the event known as the First War of Independence in 1857. Now here we begin with the chapter. The first is the martyrs. Here in the picture you can see the singer is singing the song, and you know the Nightingale of India, Lata Mangeshkar, and even you have heard the song Ae Mere Watan Ke Logo. She sang the song in one of the function in Delhi. And this picture of the story, it recalls the story of freedom through pictures. At the function in Delhi, Lata Mangeshkar sang patriotic song Ae Mere Watan Ke Logo, and she called upon the Indians to recall with tearful eyes the sacrifices of Indian freedom fighters, as this picture tells to us. Now the second is the company's conquest, 1757 to 1849. With the superior weapon, the British East India Company was extending the power in 18th century India. India 1765, see yellow Indian and pink is British. Indian princes were short-sighted. That upstart Raja Bha called the English merchant, "They will help me to defeat him." The rivalries helped the East India Company, and it could easily subdue Indian prince one by one. The far-seeing ruler like brave Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died fighting. Here you can see in the picture, thank God there is peace in the country now. No more wars and no looting by thugs. It is God who sent the British. How did Indians react to these conquests? See by this picture. Our destiny is linked with them. The white man has killed or dethroned our king. Some kings were not good, but after all, they were of this land. Now we have become slave of foreigners. Now see, Indians are worried also. The East India Company, you have heard about this in your history also, that the company's conquest. What happened? That the East India Company came to India for trade, but with its superior weapons of diplomacy, they extended its power in 18th century. Indian princes were pert and short-sighted. People in India had no peace due to constant fight among themselves. They sought the help of English merchants to defeat each other. These rivalries helped the company to defeat and subdue Indian princes one by one. At far side, ruler like a brave, you heard the name of the brave ruler Tipu Sultan of Mysore. The Tipu Sultan of Mysore fought the British till the end of his life. Now the Indians reacted to the conquest made by the English company. You can see in the picture what they said. Some of them said that God as well as the British for restoring peace in the country. They thanked them and that they have stopped looting us. But they said that the destiny was linked with English, with Britishers. But there were others who felt unhappy, and what they are discussing with each other, they are telling that they complained that the white man had overruled them and dethroned their kings. No doubt some kings were bad, but after all, they were the rulers of this land only. They were the persons of this land only. Under the white rulers, they had now become slaves. So, some of the people were happy, but some of the people were very sad. The condition of Indian was this when the East India Company was there, the company conquest. Now we move to the third part of this chapter. The third glimpses of the past is that British rule 1765 to 1836. See here in the picture. Very beautifully described in the chapter. See, the religious leader preached in ideas like untouchability and child marriage. Anyone who crosses the seas loses his religious, what the preacher is telling. All the misery is in the world is due to women. The truth was that Indians had lost self-respect. The British scorned them. Being merchant, the British wanted quick profit. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their fields. So what they say is that yes, the natives are unworthy of trust and capable of honesty. True, your honor, but I am honest, one of the Indians says. But inevitability, famine followed between 1822 and 1836. 15 lakh Indians died of starvation. The British policies ruined the export Asian and their business. Still, the British invented other methods which gave them more profits. The good manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. A good deal. The East Indian Company laws began to cripple Indian industries. Now what happened? When during the time of British rule in 1765 to 1836, what happened? Some religious leaders supported the social evils such as untouchability and child marriage. They forbade crossing the seas and going abroad. Few said that women is the reason for all the misery. The truth was that Indians had lost their self-respect. Now they are slaves of these Britishers. The white people disbelieved them. The English were merchants first. They were business-minded first. And then the person. Their aim was to make quick profits and they imposed heavy taxes on the farmers. They sent many farmers to jail for failing to pay their tax. They destroyed Indian cottage industries also in order to sell good manufactures to England. They exempted all goods imported from England from duties. Thus, the Indian Asians and their business. So, they ruined the Indians. They all make slaves to the Indians in business also. But they think only of their profit. Here comes the fourth part, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Students, you have heard the name of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and this was the time period of 1772 till 1833. See here what Raja Ram Mohan Roy discussed. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, a learned man from Bengal, understood what was wrong with the country. Let us not despise ourselves. An ancient culture is great and we are capable of greater achievements. We must first reform our society. Superstitions have been ruining us. He told his wife, cows are of different colors, but the color of their milk is same. Different teachers have different opinions, but the essence of every religion is the same. He was attracted by science and modern knowledge. Knowledge should be practical and scientific. He crossed the seas and went to England to see what made the British powerful. There he told them. Then Raja Ram Mohan Roy went across the seas to England, and when he saw there, he said that we accept you as a ruler and you must accept us as subjects. But you must remember the responsibility a ruler owes to his subject. So this was Raja Ram Mohan Roy, the brave and a learned man, a personality of India. So, students, the Raja Ram Mohan Roy, a learned social reformer from Bengal, understood what was wrong with the country. He called upon the people to feel proud of their ancient culture. He asked them, he told them that Indian culture is very good, and to the society to leave the silly superstitions. He pointed out that all religion preached the same thing. He understood the importance of science and modern knowledge. He started the newspaper, but the Britishers stopped the newspaper. He crossed the seas and went to Britain, England, to see what made the British so powerful. So the Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a brave leader, we can say. He then adopted the middle path and he see what made the British powerful, and then he adopted the middle path and he asked the Britishers that though we know that you are our leaders and we are your slaves, your subjects, but you should know what responsibility a ruler owes of his subject. So these are the four parts, four glimpses of past here in the first part of the chapter. Students, number one is the Martyrs, the song of Lata Mangeshkar. Second is the company's conquest. Third one, you can see the British rule. And the fourth one is the personality Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So here we complete with the first part of this chapter. We will continue this chapter in the second part. Thank you.